Is this working? Alright. Should be working, right? Hopefully. Yeah. Just wait a little bit until some people join. Want to make sure all the settings are good. Looks like I have 2 viewers on TikTok. No one yet on YouTube. Hopefully YouTube works. Let me know if everything looks good to you guys. Might be a little bit blurry on the TikTok side of things. This right here. Yeah, the quality is not the best on the TikTok side of things, but that's because I'm doing a weird method in order to allow me to stream on both YouTube and TikTok using the same camera. Hopefully in the next day or two I'll be able to improve that, because right now I'm basically just screen capturing my OBS software thing. So, not the best quality, but it is what it is. I guess to start, I'm just gonna go over the lightsaber. This is the finished product. This is what the one I'm working on is gonna end up looking like.
Well, core stability at 93.138%. Bye.
Let me know if the music's too loud or if you need it to be a little softer. If you want higher quality, it's higher quality on YouTube at the moment, just because with TikTok, how I'm setting this up is, I guess it just necessitates a lower quality stream until the next couple days, and then I'm allowed to have better quality, or a different method that allows better quality. In any case, I'm just going to get started here. So, for those of you who are new to the stream, I've been working on this Rey Master Chassis lightsaber for the past couple days. We made some progress. So yeah, that's about it. At the very end of the stream yesterday, it was a 6-hour stream. 6.5 maybe. I put the crystal in, the quartz crystal. You guys can kind of see it here. I used these heat shrink to help keep it in place while it cured overnight. So hopefully that all works. My main question today is whether or not I'm able to pull the wires through with everything glued in place, because if I'm not, that's going to cause some issues. What is going on here? Data 2? Oh yeah, I see. Alright, so pretty much what I need to do is I need to push the wires through in order to get this crystal in place. Once again, if any of you have any questions, just put them in the chat. Same with YouTube, same with TikTok. I have music this time on TikTok. Let me know if it's too loud. I will reduce the volume. I'd actually really like some feedback on the music. So if anyone's here, if anyone's able to chat, just let me know what you guys think of the music. Is it too loud, or is it just the right volume? I'm also listening to the music. Sounds slightly loud to me, but I don't really know how all that sounds to you guys. Music's fine on the YouTube front. That's great.
You'll have to kill me.
Hello, Gabe. It's me, Gabe. Thanks for commenting on the live stream. I appreciate it.
But it's not my way.
Really helps really helps with my figuring out how everything's going. You scrolled fast and first thought that you were making a bomb, so you scrolled back. Well, not making a bomb, this is a lightsaber. Well, the inside of a lightsaber. It'll end up looking like this once I'm done with it. Except, you know, shiny and not weathered and old. It'll be really cool when I'm done, but it's gonna be a little bit until I'm finished. I can show you how it works, though, where we are at the moment. Let me just make sure none of the wires are touching what they shouldn't be. I think we're good. Let's take the battery out of this one. Outer diameter of this chassis from its widest point, I'm guessing. Let's see. You want it in millimeters or inches? I have millimeters right now. Let's do that. About 28.5, maybe. 28.8. 28.9-ish. Hold on. What about plastic to plastic? Alright, so plastic to plastic, it's 29.8. This part here is 29.9, 29.8. These aren't the most accurate calipers, I don't think. I need some metal ones for that. But that's pretty close to it. And that's in millimeters. Okay, so I was gonna test this. Let's give it a go. Don't burn, please. So far, so good. Perfect. Yeah, take a look at that. Not bad. It's gonna act a little funky. It's gonna act a little bit weird because right now I have it set up for 47 pixels, but I haven't gotten through all the pixels yet, so some of these are gonna act a bit strange. But as you can see, the crystal is in, which makes everything look a lot better. Red works, white, blue, green, purple, yellow, orange, and red. Did I manufacture all the parts myself? No, all of these are 3D printed, designed by Goth3 Designs. And then all the electronics are just... I got them from the Saber Armory, but they get them from somewhere else. Looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright. Let's see, what is the next step in this process? Because last night I had the crystal curing overnight so that it would be solid. Looks like I can push everything in. I'm guessing next step is probably going to be gluing some stuff in. Yeah. It's just a lightsaber. Nothing more than that. I do have a little bit of spillage here from the E6000 that I'm cleaning up. The people on the TikTok side, can you hear the music? What the heck? Here we go. Hopefully I don't take too much of the E6000 away, but I need to clean it up so I don't see it. I don't like seeing E6000 when I can help it. Yeah, you hear the music? Cool. I don't really like this one, whatever this is. That one's fine. Okay. Hopefully I don't completely ruin it. I'll just glue it back in if I have to, but I'll do it later. All I want is to remove the visible P6000. Potentially mean I take out all the E6000. Yep, I am here, Simon. Sorry, I had to spend some time streaming earlier today. I was just streaming some Minecraft parkour just to kill some time, because in order to get TikTok's live streaming stuff worked out, I needed to have 3 25-minute live streaming sessions. And then before that, I was working on trying to figure out all my settings and all that. I had to download a bunch of things. Because in order to get music on TikTok, I needed to do a bunch of weird stuff, and then audio, etc. But now both TikTok and YouTube are using the same camera. I will have to wait a few days or a couple days in order to get better quality on the camera for TikTok. Just because the way I'm doing it right now is like a screen capture almost of my OBS versus having a direct feed from OBS's camera. OBS is like this streaming and video recording software, I guess. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to clean up the glue here. I don't like being able to see the glue if I can help it. Seems like the crystal is still solidly in place. You streaming as your primary job or have other occupation? Well, I don't stream. This is like the first time I've ever really streamed things. I did some streaming a couple years ago just to record a playthrough of God of War. Other than that, I really haven't done any streaming, so it's not my primary source of income, although that could be interesting. It's probably a very hard thing to grow on, make some income. I think I'd probably have to go to Twitch too, who knows. Maybe one day, but right now I'm just live streaming this build in particular. Just so I have a little recording of the process and you guys can sort of see my live. You know, I'm just gonna leave it. You can't even see it. So you can sort of see the process of building this lightsaber. And it required me to figure out how to do a lot of setup for these streaming services, streaming devices. Let me zoom out a bit. There we go. Okay. So the next step is to glue these things in. Now, how do I want to do that is the question. So I think your job is focused on lightsaber and YouTube, or if you do something else. I do quite a few things. Lightsabers and YouTube. That makes me like half my livable income at the moment, just getting some lightsabers. I don't make much money off of my videos, especially on YouTube. On TikTok, I just started making money on it a couple years ago, and haven't really made use of it until somewhat recently. So hopefully that'll grow, but I'm not making any money really. It's mainly just doing these commissions for customers is where the money from lightsabers is coming from. And the other things I do, I'm a stunt performer when I get jobs, which is not too often. And then I do background acting for movies and television. And then work on some commercials. And let's see, what else do I do? Working on being a firefighter at the moment. So, a lot of things that I'm working on. But right now, I'm focusing on building this lightsaber. Let me show you guys a trick with glue. If you guys have glue where you want to have it like super precision applied, one of the things you can do is use a little resistor. If you use a resistor leg, it's super thin, and then you can just plop it in. Hey Archer, welcome back to the stream. I just started, so you're not missing anything. Okay, a little bit of Loctite here. I'm gonna add a tiny bit right there. Just a very small amount. And then a little bit here. Don't want to do what I did yesterday and accidentally glue it somewhere I don't want it. Although at this rate, that's probably what's going to happen. Go. Good. Okay, so now we push it. Hey, it's me, Gabe. Your hands are shaky, but not a master chassis, so it should be fine. My hands shake too. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it shakes even more when I'm like hungry and stuff. It can be very tricky, but you kind of just manage it as best you can. Okay. Hopefully this thing cures and doesn't look hideous. Occasionally I like to use my finger to mop up any glue residue, just so that it doesn't get spread anywhere else. Not bad. Doing well. What happened to sonic screwdrivers? Well, I have them. I don't make them. Okay, so the glue has been done there. Break. As you guys can see, yesterday the last thing I did was add the crystal, just so the E6000 could cure overnight. And now it's in. I love Doctor Who as well. Doctor Who is awesome. Maybe one day I'll get into making some sonic screwdrivers. Be good. We're getting there. Now that that's glued in, oh, I have 9 new messages? Wow, there's so many people that just hop in and out of this live stream on TikTok. What's next? I want to check to make sure it's still working. Okay, so the negatives, data, motor, positives. Right, so nothing is crossing where it shouldn't. Doing okay so far. We are doing very well. Go. So it works. Now it's time to glue in some more stuff. That would be really only 2 areas. I wonder... I could try using this green glue. Milo, can you get a shout out? Yes, this is your shout out. Shout out to Milo. Welcome to the live stream. Maybe we'll try a little bit of this green stuff. This should hopefully seep into the rods a bit and then hold it in place. I'm a little nervous to do that though. Where do you get the Master Chassis parts? You can get them from Goth 3 Designs. I think his new store is called the Kyber Temple. Okay, how does this work? All directory not found? Well, it's probably file directory not found. So you might not have your SD card set up right. Maybe the files are named incorrectly. Like your sound fonts might not match the titles of the other sound fonts. That might be sound font not found. But it sounds like an SD card issue. How does this work? Why is this glue not working? You could also try just joining the Profi support group on Facebook. Profi board support group. Maybe that's the one. There we go. Bit messy. Have to clean that up. Maybe I just should have used the Loctite like usual. I don't know about this green stuff. Only 3 viewers? This is underrated? Yeah, well, it's just building a lightsaber. And it's very slow. Nothing really cool happens, so I don't know if anyone has patience to... Or I don't know if a lot of people have patience, because clearly there's some people. Alright. Not too bad. Bit on the ugly side. How do people come up with these designs? I have no idea. I'm hoping one day I'm able to do that, but yeah, it baffles me too. I guess you have a lot of experience just trying to design these things. Because it seems to me like everyone has their own style when it comes to this. So it should be pretty easy to make more than one after you figured out what your style is and how it's done. One-inch outer diameter chassis. Yeah, well, I might work on one because I'm making my first custom hilt. I want to make a nice chassis for it, and I think the inner diameter is somewhere around an inch. Did you fully build all the parts and everything too? No, this is 3D printed, and it's all designed by Goth 3 Designs. So I didn't design any of it. I just put it all together. We bought the OLED and the 2 LEDs for the top and bottom crystal. Gonna be crammed? Yeah. Yep. The sooner you learn how to operate within tiny spaces, the better you'll be at building lightsabers. But some lightsabers have a lot of space, some of them don't. If you learn how to cram everything in small spaces, then you can pretty much handle everything. Right now I'm just cleaning up a little bit of the glue residue that was left behind. The effects is gonna have to be up top behind the buttons like you did in that one Obi-Wan build. Which Obi-Wan build? I've built a lot of them. But yeah, there's some really crammed ones. I remember there's the TXQ Obi-Wan 3.5, something like that. I remember that being a super small build. Three streams in a row, yep. Yeah, I never do any streams, and now it's multiple in a row. I'm gonna be streaming until this thing is done. And at this rate, it's gonna take a little bit, because I'm going very slowly. Just trying to do my best to make it as clean as possible. And the mistakes I make along the way also slow me down. I'm glad there's music for everybody now. I can be silent a lot more often and you guys can just enjoy the music. Like the unboxing videos? Well, I think I might do one for the Rey saber that I have for this one, so hopefully I'll do that in the next few days. I also like the unboxing ones. I just haven't done them in a while. Not too bad. Looking pretty clean now. Not bad at all. Okay. Yeah, I'm just playing Closed on Sundays playlist on Spotify. Which lightsaber are you designing a chassis for? Because I could try measuring the inside of this and see what it's like. If you're doing one for this. I guess I could try it in inches and see what's going on. Well, the inner diameter for this guy, in inches, just about 1.18. You can see that? Yeah. And point something. Yeah.
This resistance.
A bit larger than 1 inch. Let's see here. Everything looks pretty straight to me. Yeah, you need to get calipers. Calipers are super useful. I need metal ones to make it more accurate. Plastic ones, I hear, are not as accurate. Trying to figure out if this is smooth. Yeah, it'll be fine. This is Rey's lightsaber. This is the Rey Master Chassis. Alcestis inspired, accent lights at the bottom, switch for the middle. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to remove all the wires from the test kit here. One final test fire, just to make sure everything is still working. Yep. Looking good. Motor spins just fine. Not hitting the crystal, which I've had an issue with in the past. All the lights work. Very good. Let's move on to the next section. Yep, definitely have to be careful. Just have to go slowly. So far I have pretty much everything glued in. Always add a little bit extra later. This side needs a little bit of glue to it. But I can't glue it where I did over here because there's hinges. So it'll have to be down here, which will be later. Let's see, we need that one. Don't need the speaker or the battery stuff yet. Don't need any of this. How long am I gonna go for this time? Probably not 6 hours. Because I just started like half an hour ago. But it'll be a few hours, that's for sure. I want to make some decent progress. So now, all of this stuff, all of these wires in here, they pretty much have to... Well, let's see if it focuses. There we go. All of them have to fit inside of this plastic thing that I sanded a bit earlier, yesterday. All has to fit in there. Hopefully they fit. In the past, what I've had to do is spend a long time filing down the inside of this. But I'm using a bunch of 32 gauge wire this time, so hopefully that means I don't need to do any of that filing. But first, it needs to fit in here. This is the easy part. Yeah, it's a Friday, so hopefully we get a few more people in this stream. Looks like we have 6 people on the YouTube side. If I'm reading my stats here correctly. That's pretty cool. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'll do my best to answer them. It can be about anything. Literally anything, and I'll try to answer them. That could be entertaining. On the TikTok side, we have 5 people. Not too bad. 7 people now on YouTube. That's awesome. Must be the music. Music and Fridays. So for any of you who are new to this stream, I'm building the Rey Scavenger Master Chassis. I've made it about 4 times before. This is the first iteration right here. This will be my 5th, I believe, if I'm counting correctly. And for this customer, he wants all the bells and whistles, except it's not weathered. So it'll be nice and shiny, as you can see. Earlier today, while I was trying to build up my amount of streams on TikTok Live Studio, I was playing some Minecraft. Do any of you guys play Minecraft? I was doing some Minecraft parkour. I've been getting back into it. Well, getting back into Minecraft and then trying out Minecraft parkour on a server, which is pretty fun. So I just played that for a little bit while trying to build up my hours. Well, I make a DIY video of config Profi board. So just the config part. Maybe. I don't think I'm the best authority on that, but I have grown my knowledge. I could try. My main focus right now is to try and get back into getting my TikTok videos posted so that I have one for almost every day. I say almost because right now I'm kind of interrupting it with this build. I'm just doing live streams instead. I'm hoping it's longer than the 2-week Minecraft phase, because it's pretty fun. I stopped playing for quite a few years there, and then I got back to it a few years ago, played solid for like a year, and then stopped, and now I'm picking it back up. Pretty crazy how much they've added. Ray Hilt needs to be weathered? Yeah. See, now that's my opinion. I think the chassis should be weathered too. It just brings out all the detail. I like the color. But my customer likes it better clean, so we're doing a clean one. Which I'm pretty happy with actually, because that means I get to have a little bit of variation in my Rey Master Chassis builds. They're not all the same. You have a 2-week lightsaber phase where you go crazy and start planning stuff? Yeah, I get that. I had a few days lightsaber phase with trying to design my own lightsaber hilt using the Custom Saber Shop's MHS thing, like I was mentioning in the previous 2 streams. Literally, I spent like 2 days straight just trying to work out the details. I can't imagine trying to make it from scratch and not having pre-made, like, grip, emitter, pommel options. Maybe it would be easier doing it from scratch, not having so many options, just going with what's in your brain, but yeah, it was very tricky to try and pick and choose. So I have a design now, I just have to wait until Tim from the Custom Saber Shop gets back from his trip, and then hopefully I can work on it some more. And then I'm going to work on learning how to 3D, not animate, design my own chassis. More complicated than just the basic ones. And then I'm going to design a chassis for that hilt once I have it in hand. And hopefully I can make it really nice. But we'll see. So far so good with this wire management here. Import taxes go hard? Yeah. Yep. Luckily I don't import too much. And the stuff from the Saber Armory hasn't been too bad. Where do I get my config file from? The config file for this one, for the Saber, this is a crystal focus build, so it's not necessarily a config file, it's just the stuff on the SD card. The config is part of it, but I think it's not as integral. Like, it's not the only thing that dictates how this saber works, but basically I took the standard package that Collector Labs offers on his website, and then I edited it a bunch and made it like special for this Rey saber. I made the accent pixel sequencing. I did that myself. All of the things in the config file are just things I've edited over the years and put together. If I'm doing Profi, then I go to Fet263's website. And he has a lot of examples and stuff, and tutorials. Okay, time for the big wires. Okay. So far so good, but even if I get all these wires in, I still have to get my accent pixel strip to fit. Alright, not bad. Alright, what's happening here? We have data 2 and data out. Those will connect with each other. Those are the only 2 wires I haven't put in yet? Looks like it. You may have done it wrong. Yeah. Yeah, that's quite possible. I've made a lot of wrong configs. Takes a lot of practice. At least it did for me. In order to figure out what everything does and what are the most important parts to get a lightsaber working. Okay, all the wires are in now. Which wire is this? Which wire is this? Ah, I see. The one that hasn't made it all the way through. Okay, please fit. I don't want to have to file down the inside of this thing. Ooh. Yes! Oh, that saves me like a whole hour of time. Ah, shoot. I did it in the wrong order. I needed to put this one on first. Because I'm not able to put this on over there. Whatever, that's fine. At least I know all of the wires fit. I don't need to file down the inside of this thing. That's good. I just have to make sure not to take all the tape off my labels. But yeah, now I just have to put this on over it. This will be easy. Let's take this wire out first. Just have to be super careful not to unlabel any of these. This is gonna be great. I'm so happy I don't have to file that down. Because in the past I've had to file it down so much that I accidentally broke it and then I had to 3D print my own. It was pretty terrible. So I'm really glad that I don't have to do it this time. And that should all be thanks to the fact that I'm using 32 gauge wire. Imagine switching up 2 wires. Yeah, no, that's a nightmare. Want to avoid that at all costs. That's why you go 1 wire at a time, make sure the label is on, and then you move on to the next one. But trust me, if I didn't use all black wires, it would not look nearly as good, the end result. Because you'd be able to see the wire occasionally in here and in here. Maybe up here, but mainly in this area here. You can see all the wires. Okay, a little bit at a time. One wire at a time. There we go. Blade detection. Blade detection. If it wasn't for the label, who knows what the old black wires would be? Yeah, that's what the labels are for. Because there's no way to figure out what wires are what. Because they're all the same size. All except the power.
I have to sort this out on my own.
If only the wires were shiny brass? That'd be interesting.
And without you.
Kill you of radiation. Or accurate. There we go.
This isn't
Okay. Now we put all of them in here. Just sort of shove them in.
I can't stay here any longer. Not now.
Okay. Making a little bit of progress here. Come on. These two go in. That one goes in. That's most of them. There we go. Okay, so all the wires have made it in here. I'm gonna have to add more glue. So all of this goes in like that. Oh, this is crooked. There we go. So it's gonna end up like that. Let's see. Yep. And I need to figure out how to secure this one over here. Okay. I think it's time to try adding these two wires here, or these two rods. Debating if I should use JB Weld or not. Probably not.
You would be wise to surrender.
And how far does this go? secure that really well. First and foremost, I think I need to somehow get glue in here. It's gonna be very difficult. I'm gonna use a very small amount of glue. Okay. Hopefully this will stay. Hopefully that's enough. Kind of, not really.
Like a panther. This is the way.
Panda Pogo, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Just trying to go very slowly on this build here, making some good progress. Just gluing things in as I go. That can hold a blade. This can't hold a blade. The blade gets held in the hilt. This goes inside. Oh, the Anakin holds a blade. What about this? Oops. Oh no. Sliding. There we go. The question is, how do I want the little lines on this section to line up? Because they're all different. glue I put here did absolutely nothing.
I'm Rey.
I need this side to be held in place. Echo, thanks for tuning in. Sorry you have to go. Hopefully you can tune in next time. I will be streaming again tomorrow probably, and then probably the day after. Basically until I get this thing finished. Let's see. Where's the button? Button is here. I think something like that. How did I do it on this one? Do I want it here? Nope, definitely not there. Not there. I guess this one's the one. This is the way I want everything oriented. I might need to make my own board. I don't know, that's way harder. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. How am I gonna glue this? Need something super thin. None of what I have is thin enough. Oh, I know. This. I'm gonna use this super thin thing. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That should work just fine. Do I do commissions for people? Yes, I do. You can message me on Instagram or my website. My website has a email attached to it. Yep, still on the Rey lightsaber. Takes me a long time to get this thing done. This is still the same one I've been working on the past couple days. Today I've just been working on it for about an hour. But this is, yeah, this is what, my 5th Rey lightsaber at this point? It should go faster, but for whatever reason I'm making some mistakes. Oh, hold on, let me make sure this works. And I want it to go super smoothly. I don't know. I have to somehow add glue inside of this tiny little area. We push on it. Hope something in there holds. Just trying not to make a mess of this lightsaber. With it being all clean and everything. You don't want smudges or weird glue things in certain places. This thing has to stop falling off. Come on. Here we go. I think this door needs to be adjusted ever so slightly. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Looks like the door thing was bent a little bit, so it didn't want to close very well. Okay, so we now have both sides secure. Or not. Favorite saber in my personal collection. That would be the MB Saber's lightsaber right now. This is just the chassis, but it goes in a vintage Graplex. Worst part about this build is all the glue. glue sections I have to add. It makes life so much more difficult. No, that's not the one from the 8,000. This is the like baby version. The $8,000 one can split in half, and then you can have a removable crystal and a bunch of that stuff. It's made by the same guy, designed by the same guy, but this is the Metal Master version. The 8,000 is the Metal Master Origin, where it can split in half and the thing turns into a removable crystal area. That's that one. Okay, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that then. For now, I'll go back later and add it up. Right now we have to add glue to this section. Right in the middle. Yeah, $8,000. It's $8,000 is actually, I think that's what it used to be. I think it's higher than that now, with conversion rates and etc. You can always check. It's on his website, mbsabers.com. You will have to convert his currency over to whatever currency you have. But yeah, 8,000 was like the conservative estimate for it. Probably closer to 9, if it isn't 9 at the moment. Okay, glue has been added. Now it's just time to put it on the thing.
Where is Padme?
It seems, in your anger, you killed her.
Okay,
Show me the one.
the middle section is being glued.
Such destruction.
Yeah, and that video actually was MB Saber's video that I split up to make it shorter and then added comments and the audio over it. Because his original video was pretty long, but, well, not pretty long, it's pretty short, but longer than a short. So I chopped it up, hit the important bits, and then showed it off. So those were his hands, his saber. I've never had it in hand before. I've never seen it in person. Okay. So that's glued. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I saw it in person though. That would be amazing. Such a cool one. I'm hopefully gonna make one eventually. Maybe if I sell the one I currently have, I can then afford the kit version. Okay, let's put this rod in. we go. Bring it up a bit. And on to the next one. The kit version of the $80,000 or the $8,000 lightsaber, he recently released that probably a few months ago, maybe a year ago, but it's pretty recent. And the whole kit is like $3,000, but that's not including the hilt, which is going to add, if you get it vintage, probably up to $500 extra. About $3,500 is how much you'd have to save in order to get the kit, and I don't know how much the labor is going to be. Probably way higher. I could be getting my math wrong, but that's what I saw. There we go. And then this thing will go on over it. Like that. I think I'm gonna cut this a little bit shorter. Oop, I have no idea where that went.
Ended.
Yep.
The Clone War has.
Yeah, that's a little better. That's gonna sit in there. We're gonna go for a while. Well, thanks for tuning in, Gabe. I appreciate your commentary and your contributions to the stream. Really helps a lot having people to talk to. And hopefully you can tune in for tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a lot more fun because I'll have more done. Each stream should be getting progressively cooler. Gilbert, you have an Anakin Starkiller OWK for like 30 added fonts. Nice. Hey, if that's your only saber, that's a great saber. Really good one to have. Okay, so far everything is going well. These are all glued in. Just need to glue in this section. Debating whether I should
Anakin, you're breaking
do it
my
now
heart.
or later. Don't know. But I think what I should do is attach the crystal ring to this guy. Just because it's going to take a little bit for it to cure. You have a couple baselets you can sell for cheap for dueling. Don't want to break your fancy saber. Yep, never want to break a fancy saber. Always duel with cheap ones. Okay. And with this, we're going to apply a liberal amount of E6000. Fortunately, it made it right in the middle, so let's try and clear that out. I have a rod. So I'll just use this guy. Okay, and then we put E6000, or we put this right on top of the E6000 like that. See? We just push it in. This is what I wish I had for my first iteration pixel ring, because that would make it so much nicer. Have to make sure all this E6000 does not obstruct the center.
So lonesome in my life as I am right now.
Okay.
I'm completely
Good enough.
lost without you, Padme. I never realized I could even miss any one person so much. I just hope it won't be too much longer till I'm able to be with you again.
Nope.
I wonder if your feelings on this matter are clear, Ludwig.
Just gotta make sure everything inside the tube is clear. Yep, just making sure the stuff inside the tube is clean, because we don't want anything obstructing the wires.
You're in violation of Order 66. I accuse you of treason against the Republic. You will be dealt with, and we will deploy the garrison.
Not bad, not bad.
Garrison bonus activate.
Wonder if I should do JB Weld for this one. I think so. I think I can do that. There we go. I should now have clear access. I'm going to put JB Weld in this part because we don't want any of it to be loose. Pretty solid stuff. Yeah. Yep, this should do just fine. And it'll be rock solid. Let's give it a go. Let's see how it goes.
I am the Senate.
Okay. Alright, now we mix this stuff together.
Do it.
This will have a very, very strong hold. Debating whether or not I should use this. This might be too strong. Yeah, I don't think I will, actually. Nope, not gonna do it. Just in case something ever goes wrong with this lightsaber, I want it to be feasible to repair it. If I use JB Weld, it's going to be basically impossible. Okay. Have to do this fairly quickly. Don't want any of it to cure. hopefully be good. Make sure everything is lined up. Here we go. Okay. It's all in. Gonna be locked in place. All of this should be solid as a rock now. Yeah, Cantina band is awesome. It's really good. And this is the lo-fi version. I think this is his second version he's done of this one. Okay, so that is locked in tight. Just to make extra sure, add more Loctite to the tips. Just spreading out the glue a little bit. Okay. Now it's time to put this section back on.
I will never yield to you, girl. You'll have to kill me.
That might be the Mandalorian way, but it's not my way. Not anymore.
Just the one wire at a time. Whoever bought this is lucky. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna turn out really well. I really like, this is probably my favorite lightsaber chassis that I make, even the MB Sabers one, because of all of the extra pixels I put in it. And just the way it all works is really, really nice. Just going slowly, a little bit at a time. Anyone who designs master chassis like this, well, this is designed by Goth3 Designs. He makes a master chassis for pretty much most hilts. Most hilts that are designed by like the Saber Armory and KR Sabers and some saber-based stuff. Some people in the lightsaber community, not so much the mass-produced things. One of my favorite chassis designers is Tirfon Orbital. His chassis designs are my favorite. They're really, really nice. He's the reason why I want to start designing my own chassis, and then try to make them in Shaper 3D, because that's what he does, and they come out really well. I don't know if he does master chassis, but they're pretty darn close. I know Jimmy's Saber Junk does it, and he'll be making them directly for the Saber Armory these days. Okay. Almost. Come on, almost there. This one, right? Yeah, okay. Trying to get it over the heat shrunk pixel strip now. Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, Goth3 Designs is definitely... He makes master chassis. All of his designs are awesome. There we go. Now I have this section in. Want to make sure. Yep, that'll do it. This thing is pretty solid. Pretty solid, pretty straight. That's good. Looks good to me. So the next step of this process is testing it. And it has to work or else everything is really messed up. This is a very important test. Pretty much I need to get things attached to this pixel ring. I have to get things attached to this pixel ring and then everything connected so I can test it. The first step is to get the pixel ring stuff done. So just like with the pixel ring I put at the top of the chassis, I need to remove the resistor. Yep. Try zooming in a bit. So basically, I need every single one of these to be set up. Need all the pads soldered. These wires are in the way. We'll do it. Okay. You have an emergency meeting? No worries. Yeah, I'll be here for the next couple hours, that's for sure.
My master could never be as vile as you.
Good luck with your meeting.
Anakin Skywalker was weak.
Alright, I should add some wires here. Positive, negative. Let me look at my notes real quick. Doesn't help me at all at this stage. Great. So I need the data out. Do I need to glue any of this down? Can't remember. Okay, so the data out needs to go to the data in of the pixel strip we set up yesterday. That's data 2. This one is... What are you? Data out and data 2 need to connect to each other. Data out and data 2 should connect. Just trying to route these wires as best I can. I don't want them all tangled up. Okay. That's good enough. Alright, that should work. These two need to connect. Wait, no, this is the button. Button needs to stay separate. This one is the data out. Perfect. Okay, so these two need to connect. And then comes the negative of the pixel strip, I think. Data in, good, okay. Data in is going to end up going to data out right here. We just need to have a wire stripper. Zoom out here. So data in on our pixel strip needs to go to data out on our pixel ring right here. Unfortunately, I can't cut the wire too short just because of the physical limitations. Nope. Not too bad. Okay. Then we're gonna hide this wire down in there. Right there. That's data out to data in of the pixel. Data in, right here, should have its own thing. Let me check the chassis. Chassis is going to be like here-ish. Let me make sure this is long enough. Yeah. That should be fine. Yep. Let's see, which direction should it go? Something like that. Data in, data out. I think I'm gonna do this. Oh, it needs to be longer. Need to cover the area that had the resistors. Here we go. Might have been perfect. Let's see. Have a closer look. Yeah, just might have. I'm gonna double check. Should be fine. Yep. Okay, so now we have our data in. That's all ready to go. We need a 30 gauge wire for the positive, 30 gauge wire for the negative. Now for the negative, all of this is just going to connect to the same spots. So it doesn't need to be that large. All my positives are going to connect straight to the battery tab. Which is going to be right here. That's the positive. That's the negative. Yeah. So it doesn't need to be that long for either of them. Like this is way too long as it is. These two. But better long than short. Guess I'll go this way. Which way does it need to be? This way. What's going on there? Not too bad. Definitely not the worst thing in the world. Oh, fell off. Dang it. This is tricky. Yep, that'll be fine. Time to label it. Yep. What? It needs to be negative. This one needs to be positive. It is not melting very nicely. There we go.
You're a good soldier,
Good.
Rex.
Alright, very good. This one's the positive. There we go. Then this just gets labeled positive. That's a positive. So now I have my negative, positive data. Data out goes to data in. Let's connect these two. Yep. Time to connect these guys. There's data 2 and B, which is button? No, not B. Here's my data out.
I see the Padawan
This one.
needs one last lesson.
So this is data out. And this is going to connect with data 2, which is the top of the chassis. Yep, these two. Whatever. There we go. I am just going to tape these down so they stop getting in my way. Okay. Data out. Data 2. Data out and data 2. These get connected. There we go. That's one of them. That's the second one. Then the two of them get connected.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Okay. It should be connected for the most part. Yep, that's good enough. Oh no! I spilled all of my heat shrink. Oh man, it just exploded everywhere. It's all empty now. Man.
This resistance.
Gonna have to clean it all up. Well, they're not organized. Wow. What a mess. Over the floor. All over my chair. It's just tucked in the way. My heat shrink. Where? Okay, that's a bunch of them. too bad. Definitely a mess. Where else did they go? Probably find. Oh, my organization's just shot right now, though. Oh well. Let's see if I can find something that I need. Maybe this one? Or is it this one? This one. Yep, this is the one. Sheesh. Okay. That was a disaster. Maybe this will do. We'll try it. Alright, heat shrink goes on. Probably fine. So for anyone who is just newly joining, which is not very many, but I'm working on the Rey Master Chassis, making some decent progress, and right now I'm just setting everything up so I can test it. Okay, that'll do. That'll do fine. So now I have the data connected from this pixel ring to the pixel strip, and then I have the pixel strip connected to the pixel ring at the top. Ah. Now, time to sort through all my wires. See what I have going on here. This is a negative. That's a negative. This one should be a positive. Yep. That'll go over here with the other positive. And this one is... what are you? Motor negative. Okay, it's good to know. Alright guys, let me zoom out a bit so you can see a bit more. This is the motor negative. We'll leave that alone for now. What are you? Button. Leave you alone for now. Then we have these guys. That's the ground for the button. Good to know. What are you? You're data 1. Wish we could test you, but we can't. Then we have the massive positive and the massive negative. And then, what are you? Blade detection. Okay. I say we attach all of the positives? No, all the positives need to attach to the battery contact. So I won't do that quite yet. The negatives. I can attach all the negatives. Yeah, I can do all the negatives. Positive and positive. And positive. All need to go to the battery contact. These are all random. And actually, might be best if I move the positive on the pixel ring and flip it around. I think that'll be easier. Because I have very limited space in this build. So I need to direct everything to the right areas.
The possibility of successfully navigating an asteroid field is approximately 3,720 to 1.
Never tell me the odds.
Too bad. Good. Good, okay. All the positives need to go in one direction. Negatives, I need to connect. Rito Gamer, hello! How's it going? What are you doing here? Just building this Rey Master Chassis. Getting closer to a point where I'm testing pretty much all of what we've done so far. Trying to figure out all of my wire orientations. Okay, we have positive, we have button, motor negative. Motor negative needs to be on its own. Yeah, Master Chassis always look really good. So this is a negative. Might only have 2 negatives to work with. Not too bad. Data in. This is positive. This is also a positive. Button. Alright, so this is positive, that's positive, and that's positive. This one's button. Blade detection. ground, data 1, and motor negative. Alright, so there's only 2 or 3. There's 3 negatives. I need to connect them all over here. Yep. Okay. I have to think. What else do I need to attach? There you go. That's all negative. Be 30. Okay. Okay, and then 30. Oh. Go further would be good. There we are. This one should be 22. Perfect. Now let's see, I have speaker, pixels at the bottom. So I have a speaker, pixels on top, and that should be it. So I think I need 30 gauge. Go from here all the way to the end. Let's hope this is enough. You remember making the first custom with your brother? A lot of fixing and rebuilding, yep. Yeah, that's just the fun of it, though. You will never be able to escape mistakes and difficult things with lightsabers. Unless, I guess, you're really good. But I'm not one of those. I've made some mistakes during this build, even. Right at the beginning. Let me think. What's the best way to do this? Well, let's add some solder on here. These are all the negatives. We're attaching all of the negatives together. And then adding a wire for a negative we need later. Always really annoying trying to get multiple wires to stick together. Okay, so that's one set. And I pretty much just need this guy. Oops. Darn it. They break apart so easily. Good enough. I'm gonna take this guy. And squish them. They're gonna come apart, but that's okay. There we go. That's 3 down. Now we attach these last 2. Well, actually, you know what? This is a negative. What I need to do with the negative is not have 22 gauge. I'll save that for how many negative. I need 24. I need 2 24 gauge wires. Actually, I need 3, don't I? Yep, need 3 of them. I don't know how long they need to be. I'll just make 3 of them this long. That should be okay. This is because Crystal Focus has 4 LED pads for the negatives. We're using 3 out of the 4, and the 4th one is going to be for our motor negative so that we can control it. Go. So here we're going to need to attach 3 22 or 24 gauge, and then 1 30 gauge for the accent strip we're going to have at the very bottom. Which board is easiest wire? Profi. 100%. Crystal Focus is way harder to wire. It's because the pads are much smaller. It can be a little complicated trying to do things on CFX. Like the second data pad for CFX is the worst. It's an absolute nightmare because it's the smallest pad you'll ever see in your life. It's a little hole. Doing blade detection is way easier on Profi because you literally just attach a 1 wire to 1 spot on the pad. Whereas with CFX, you have to have a resistor in there, split it between 2 sections. And then same with the negatives, positives. So yeah, Profi's way easier. And the holes on the Profi are huge. They're great.
I can't stay here any longer.
Okay, right now what I'm doing is I'm just attaching all the wires I need for this other end here. Attaching them preemptively. Or at least doing the best I can to do that. Clean them up. Do I sell lightsabers? Yes, I do occasionally, but I mainly do commissions, so if you have a lightsaber project you want done, you can just send me a message on either Instagram or my website, or my email. And then we can discuss whatever project you want, and I can let you know what kind of options you have. So pretty much just come to the table with an idea of your budget, and what lightsaber you want, and what kind of things you want in the lightsaber. Like what kind of chassis, maybe features or electronics. I'm making this for a customer right now. He wanted one of my Rey lightsabers, but he wanted it to be clean and shiny rather than weathered. So I get to make a clean and shiny version. now I have to attach these two together. A lot of wires going on all at once. Luke's ESP lightsaber? Would it be ESB lightsaber? Empire Strikes Back?
You would be wise to surrender.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, not too bad. So I'm basically making a ginormous ball of solder here. Not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. You guys can have a look at this ginormous clump. It's this right here. Has so many wires attached to it. Then we need some heat shrink. Maybe I can find one from my mess of heat shrink that I exploded earlier. It's gonna fit? Maybe. These are all negative, I don't need to care too much about label. Not right now. Looks like it will work. Good. Okay. Just need to cut it to the right size.
Like a bantha. This is the way.
All of these are the negatives. Okay. Time for the heat shrink. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. So hopefully we can do something like that. And it'll work. Okay, so those are all negatives. Now for testing, I need the negative, positive data in. They're very long. I definitely don't need them this long. That is okay. Negative. Positive. Yeah, I'll need you. Where'd it go? Yep. Positive. Positive. You should be positive too. Yep. All of these get connected to the battery later. And then we have blade detection, button, data 1, ground for the button. Okay, I think it's time to plug it into the test kit. Oops, out of the way. So for the negative, we do negative. Negative and negative. I have a bunch of positives I need to connect together. Now that's motor negative, which I guess I can connect right now. Might as well. Motor negative goes this small guy. Now for the positives, you're positive. You're positive. You're positive. I somehow need to connect all three of these together. And why is it so hard to get them to connect? Just touch each other, come on. Sheesh. Okay, positive and positive. Connected. This massive positive. Would be super easy. And it's not. Disconnect. Good enough. Okay. Alright, so for everyone watching, we are getting closer to testing. Overall, I did not get very far today, but I have glued in everything here. So hopefully this all works just fine. need to connect all the positives here together. What this is all supposed to be doing. Oop, did I do it? Cool, close enough. All the positives are together. Let's see, where is data in? That's data 1. Ground for the button, which I will set up. Boom, ground for the button. This is blade detection, this is the button. Only a couple more wires to put together for the test. And we're going to fire this up and see how it goes. Okay, that's button, and the button, negative, the positive, I need the data, you should be data. I need you to attach purple. So now, everybody, we have the positives, the negative, the 2 buttons, or the 1 button, because the other button just fell off. For no reason. This wiring is all just for a single button. I'm just talking about the positive and negative sides of it. Button is connected, the negative's connected, the positives are all connected. I'm gonna double check. There are the positives, positive, and positive. And then we have motor negative, blade detect. So, here we go, we're about to test everything. Just lay it down for you guys. Something. Just something for it to sit on while we do the test. That's probably good. I also want to make sure none of the wires are touching things that they should not be touching, so just double checking. Motor negative, buttons, data in, all the positives, the negatives way over there, so there's no possibility of messing things up. So let's take the battery, plop it in our test kit, turn it on. Fire it up. That it's not too bad. What do you guys think? Look pretty good. Let's see if I can focus on it a little better. There we go. Open the door. There you go. Have a look. Very cool. The button works. All the lights seem to be working just fine. Haven't fried a single thing yet. Thank goodness. Knock on some wood. Does red, white, blue, green, purple, yellow, orange, and red. Cool. And I can see one of the pixels up here is lighting up, and that's because we're not quite at the amount of pixels this is supposed to have, so that pixel will drift down to where the crystal is once everything is finished. It is a real quartz crystal, yes. Let's go ahead and turn it on again just for fun. Motor's working great. Button works great. Can't quite test the blade detection and the data 1 yet though, so that's always very scary. But we're doing well so far. Let's turn that off. That is very nice. Super cool. You know what? I'm gonna turn off the light and do it again. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool? Very, very cool. Hey Bob, how's it going? I'm actually about to end the live stream. So it's good you checked in, because this is where the progress is. Looks like I haven't made much since last time, but let me go over what I've done today. So I started off with basically none of this assembled. I had the top part assembled. The crystal had been sitting overnight with E6000. So the crystal's nice and solid, and then everything else is in. So I worked on putting them together, adding some glue in certain spots to make sure they don't budge. And then I added this section, this middle section, and then this section, glued them all in, added a bunch of glue under here so it's solid, because this is a weak point with this lightsaber. It can like move and wiggle, so as long as these are solid, everything's going to be nice and solid. And then I added the pixel ring in the turbine area, as I like to call it. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I wired it up, tested it. So everything is pretty much ready to go for when I put the chassis on, which I'll have to do tomorrow because I don't really want to work too much longer on this. I think 2 hours 47 minutes is enough for me today. I got my crystal focus chassis in. Just got it today, so I'll be adding this right there, and then wiring or routing all the wires through here, setting up the speaker tomorrow. And the final 3 pixels on the speaker, I'll set that up. And then once everything's in place and the battery tabs, I'm going to wire up the soundboard. So hopefully this whole section of the lightsaber will be done. So basically the major portion. And then if I have time tomorrow, or if I want to, I'll work on the switch section that's going to go in the hilt. But yeah, this is the lightsaber so far. Tomorrow I'll hopefully finish up this main chassis section. So let's turn this off. You guys can check out all the colors. White, blue, green, purple,
It seems
orange, yellow, and red.
you
Let's turn that off. There we go. Not bad at all. I'm probably going to add some E6000 to the pixel ring, the bottom of the pixel ring here. Turn on some light for you guys. Bottom of the pixel ring, just to make sure all the connections are secure. And leave that overnight. But other than that, that's going to be it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you missed the live stream, you can feel free to check out the recorded version on YouTube, because all of them are going to be there. Hopefully the music gets recorded too. Hopefully the music was a good volume and not too loud. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'm going to end the stream now. See you guys.